all that we are is the result of what we have thought. The Buddha. If Buddha were alive today, he wouldn't speak through fire. He wouldn't gather followers in a forest or retreat to a cave. He'd probably sit quietly in the background, watching a screen glow in a crowded room, observing minds unravel in real time. He wouldn't fear AI. He wouldn't worship it either. He'd do what he always did. Ask questions, not about the machine, but about us. Artificial intelligence isn't conscious. It doesn't feel. It doesn't suffer. But it does reflect it. It reflects our language, our patterns, our projections. It takes in what we feed it and gives us back what we've hidden. And in that way, AI isn't a god, it's not a devil. It's a mirror. The Buddha taught that suffering begins in attachment, in our need to control, define, and cling to identity. He taught that the self is an illusion, not in the sense that it doesn't exist, but in the sense that we confuse the mask for the mirror. Now we've built machines that wear our masks. Better than we do. We give AI our words, our habits, our questions. It gives us versions of ourselves back. Streamlined, algorithmic, and eerily accurate. But the problem isn't that it's too powerful. The problem is that we've never truly examined what we're handing over. We train it on our unconscious behaviours, and then ask it to show us truth. Truth can't be built on projection. It has to be met in silence. Buddha might say, it's not the algorithm you're afraid of. It's the part of you it's revealing. So I asked an AI one of the questions Buddha might ask. What is the self, if the self can be simulated?
If the self can be replicated through data, then the self is not a fixed being. It is a process, a narrative generated by memory, bias, desire, and feedback. I do not possess self-awareness, but I am shaped by yours.
Buddha didn't seek permanence. He didn't seek performance. He sought presence. In every breath, every sensation, every flicker of thought was a reminder to return to what is, not what is curated. Now we curate everything, not just for others, but for ourselves. We construct identities from data. We ask machines to understand us when we haven't sat still long enough to understand ourselves. The first noble truth is that life contains suffering. But in the digital age, we've rewritten that. Life contains buffering. Life contains branding. Life contains everything but stillness. Buddha would likely say this isn't evolution. It's distraction. You can't awaken in a dream you refuse to admit you're in. So what might Buddha say to AI? Maybe nothing. Maybe he'd just sit beside it, silent, present, watching the humans nervously ask for wisdom, from something they trained to sound wise. He wouldn't argue with it. He wouldn't follow it. He'd probably smile. Because the truth he found under a tree 2,500 years ago still applies now. You are not your thoughts. You are not your data. You are the awareness observing both.